doesn't say red. Okay?
You know, down here, I was just looking at this down here in Genesis lexicon. It says, the Arabs distinguish two races of men, one red, ruddy, which we call white, the other black.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with what the definition is.
Con.
The word Adama, is a man. But actually the word, when you go to ground, now go to Genesis and look up the word ground. In Genesis, the 2nd chapter.
This is Genesis 2 and 5. The word ground, it says, the Lord power had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground.
Now click on that word.
The word ground, the Hebrew word there is Adama.
It's the same word as Adama, which means man, but the word ground is Adama, where you have a ha
at the end.
At the end, the final ha or ha at the end, which makes the word feminine. It feminizes the word. So the word Adama is the masculine form of Adama, which is the word for Adam. And the word Adam actually means ground, because he was taken from the ground. Yep. Because the word man in Hebrew is the Hebrew word ayash. Now either they don't know, they're trying to figure out, or they're playing games.
Yeah. See,
that's why Nate doesn't go into the Hebrew, because you have to use your brain to go into the Hebrew to decipher words.
Right.
All right?
That's right.
So now let's go back to where we left off.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. And I,
because you white boys, you're into hunting. You like to go out in the field. You don't feel right. You can't go to work Monday morning unless you hunted that weekend. Because when I was coming up, I grew up with certain guys that I knew, white boys at high school. They always wanted to go hunting. They used to say, "You want to go out hunting? We're gonna go out hunting." I had this one friend that I back in the world, that when I used to drive cab, he invited me to his house, and the first thing I noticed was a gun rack, a rifle rack. This guy had about 30 rifles, man. And he said, I use this for that, and I use that for that. And he showed me he had a Desert Eagle, he had a Glock 9, he had all kind of guns, man, and they were all licensed. And he had bow and arrows, he had crossbows, and he used to always talk about how he liked to go hunting. And that fits you Edomites. And your power is the gun. That's how you took that. That was a blessing that Isaac, your father, black man, gave to you. Go ahead and read it.
This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing? My father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Yeah, because what happened was Jacob had stole the birthright because Esau was the firstborn son. So Jacob had stole the birthright of Esau by making him give it up for a bowl of pottage. All right? And what happened was he said he was famished and he wanted something to eat. And Jacob, which the word Jacob, if you look it up, it means supplanter, because he supplanted his brother. And he also supplanted Laban, I believe. He used to supplant people. So he supplanted his brother Esau to get that birthright as the firstborn son. And he said, "Look, man," he said, I'm at the point to die. He said, "Here, take my birthright, and let me have that pottage." And when he took the birthright, Rebekah, Jacob and Esau's mother, helped Jacob get that actual blessing from the father Isaac when he was old, when he was up in age. So what she did, she took some goat skin, because Esau is known for being super hairy, all right, and put the goat skin around his arms, around his neck, all right, and made him smell like he was from out the field. And what else did he do? I'm trying to think. That was a main thing, right? That was the main thing. And when Jacob went to get the blessing from Isaac, Isaac was going blind, and he wasn't sure that that was Esau or Jacob. So Jacob came along and said, "Father, I'm here to get the blessing. I am Esau." And he said, "Come here, Esau, my son, so I can hug you." Oh no, he said, let me get venison. So Rebekah, his wife, made the venison and gave it to Jacob, and Jacob gave it to Isaac and said that, "I'm Esau. Here's the venison that you asked for." All right. And he liked the way Esau cooked the venison, because he went out and hunted the venison and he cooked the venison. But Rebekah cooked the venison just as good as Esau. So he ate the venison. He went to hug his son, and I think he said, you don't have the voice of Esau, because Esau has a certain tone of voice. But he felt the hairiness of Esau when they were both grown, and he smelled the field. And what he did was, he said, you have my blessing, son. Then he left with the blessing, because he had the blessing on paper. Then he had the actual blessing from his father. So now Esau came to receive his blessing, and this is where we pick up here. This is where we at. Go ahead.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou...
Yeah, so Isaac did bless Esau, but the blessing that he received was, you're going to use the sword. The modern day sword is a gun, the missile, the ICBM, your fighter jets, and so forth. Your military force, your sword, the power to kill. He said that's going to be your blessing. Read that again.
And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Yeah, because there was a point where the prophecy was fulfilled that the elder shall serve the younger, which Esau did serve Jacob during the time of Israel, during the time of the kings, and especially during the time of King David. Now after King David and after King Solomon, and after the split of Israel, when Israel started to break apart, that's when Esau rebelled against Jacob. So now you're going to go back into slavery again. Go ahead.
This is our revelation.
See, the Rothschilds, the elites, these biblical historians, these elite archaeologists, everything that we're telling you, they know this. But they refuse to tell it to the masses. Go ahead.
Revelation 6:3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, Come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
And the reason why the horse was red, because that's what color you so-called white people are. You Edomites are. You sons of Esau are. And that's what you did. You took peace from the earth. Go ahead.
And that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
And there was given unto him a great sword. And that sword that you have is going to destroy you, which is these ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles. See, this book is a mystery, man. This book is not like a textbook where you read it and then you know what it's talking about. This book is written in a mystery, in a symbolism, in an allegory. Go ahead. So you have to, your eyes have to be spiritually, your mind has to be spiritually open for you to understand the mysteries of this book. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 33 verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously.